Alabama police are seeking information from the public after a mass shooting at a Sweet 16 birthday party. 4 people were killed. And get this, 28 people were injured. NBC News correspondent Priscilla Thompson has the latest.
Oh my God.
What began as a Sweet 16 party celebrating life ended in a massacre.
It's very horrific for the children, probably traumatized, and plus it was their 16th birthday party.
The tragedy taking place inside a small dance studio in Dadeville, Alabama, the tiny town just 60 miles northeast of Montgomery.
Honestly, I was hoping it wasn't true. I was hoping that somebody would shoot some fireworks outside and scaring the kids because, we don't have any gun violence here.
Investigators say a gunman opened fire Saturday night, killing 4, and that 28 others were injured. Michael Taylor is an assistant football coach at Dadeville High.
We're going to have to really be a family now. Some counseling for kids because this is, they're going to take a while for them to kind of recover from this.
Investigators providing few details about how the shooting unfolded and declining to say whether they have identified or arrested a suspect, confirming only that the investigation remains ongoing.
We've got to have information from the community. So if you are at home right now or you know somebody that has any information, we absolutely need you to share it.
Authorities say there is no active threat. Dadeville is the latest community to be shattered by gun violence. The shooting there happening within hours of a deadly mass shooting in Louisville, Kentucky. Police say 2 people died and 4 more were rushed to the hospital after shots were fired into a crowd at a park.
I'm so tired of this. And I can't make any sense of it.
That shooting just days after a mass shooting at a bank in the same city left 5 dead. More prayers, but little solutions.
So, Elise Jordan, in this shooting, just like all the others, the stories are unfathomable. A 16-year-old is celebrating her sweet 16, and among the victims, her brother. Young people, and politically, young people are taking up this issue, and they're beginning to say, we have to worry about ourselves because no one else will.
That's just heartbreaking, and in such a small, deep South town.
Were they even prepared? Think about the question you raised.
Was there a hospital with a large trauma unit and surgeons readily available for that volume of victims coming in?
28 injured, 4 dead.
It's just heartbreaking, and I think sometimes about how I want to move home to Mississippi, and I think about schools now that I have a child who's going to be going to school in a couple of years.
It's a real thing.
And there are many reasons I don't want the child to go to a New York City public school, I'll be honest, or New York, I'm from the South.
City.
Any big city school. But there's never been a mass shooting at a New York City school, which is perhaps the most attractive aspect. And it's sad that that has to be first and foremost. Can you talk about what are the policy choices that New York City has made that have made the schools overall fairly safe?
No, and I think you raised a good point. When you see a Sweet 16 turn into a bitter reality of violence, it just really traumatized our entire country. That bullet, when it hit the bodies of individuals, the emotional pathway didn't stop. It's ripping apart anyone that's a parent. And when you look at what we did here, we have not had a shooting on school grounds at all. Mass shootings or not. We've confiscated weapons from young people who carry them into schools, and it's a combination of our school safety officers and our police officers. What's interesting is that many were calling to remove school safety officers out of schools, and I stated when I ran for office that will not happen as long as I'm the mayor.
You know what was also a really safe place to be? The NRA convention, because they had metal detectors there and couldn't have guns in there. So if you want to be safe, go to an NRA convention, and what you'll find, Reverend Al, as you pointed out in our last hour, is their guns. There'll be kids taking pictures holding guns, people allowing kids to hold guns and taking pictures of that. I'm not going to do the shock opera because it's heartbreaking.
It is.
Because it's ripping our country and our children apart.
It's so true.
To have little children holding guns, to normalize it at that age is just sinful. But Mr. Mayor, when I was growing up in Brooklyn, I read this book by John Kennedy, Profiles in Courage. Leadership is courage. And one of the things you're doing and other mayors that are hearkening to your call is showing courage, enough courage to stand up to the extremists on the left and the right, because people are dying. And we need courageous leadership at this time rather than these daily reports of, oh, the mass shooting now moved here. Oh, it's here. Oh, do you have a camera there? I mean, this is insane.
And it's this cold conspiratorial behavior of the far, far left and the far, far right. The American people are caught in the middle. The far, far right is saying everyone should have a gun, and the far, far left is stating that those who use a gun, nothing should happen, no repercussion. As American people, we're caught in the middle of that madness.
No, and then you think about this field hearing. This is what they should be talking about. And instead, I mean, we should be having a massive, collective, national conversation on how to prevent mass shootings. I mean, every Republican out there who's so extreme on this issue, and there are way too many, a mass shooting is going to come to a town or a city or a neighborhood near you. And I don't say that with joy. Mm-hmm. I don't say that like, gotcha. I say that like, are you crazy? Do you really want to live like this? Do you want your children and grandchildren to live worried that they are going to die just leaving their homes, Jonathan Lemire? And yet this field hearing, picking at Alvin Bragg and picking at, I mean, they're lost.
Yeah.